think started next week. Those qualifiers will be playing out, so it'll be interesting to see kind of who goes through there, because there's some quite exciting teams. I think particularly South America, got MIBR, Imperial. I know you're a big Imperial fan, Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Bestia. Luxo. There's some fun teams going on over in those, but we'll focus back in on Europe as we can finally get into the battle. It's Infinite taking on Nemesis, our decider game here in Group A, together with Stake. Let's get into the pistol round of Mirage.
Oh, immediately, kreaz has found Texi. So a nice opener, match key. Trying to then find him, and oh, kreaz hiding just in the corner of the smoke. This is brilliant. kreaz. Oh, and then he has completely destroyed them. Result then comes in to try and trade, but this is really whiffy out of Result. Eventually gets his kill, but the entire team has fallen around him. 2 quick kills back. He's only got 3 HP, so that's 1 HP for every player. Doesn't happen. Slend will lock it in. And Infinite, hey, guess what? They get a pistol.
Yeah, what a move from kreaz. I love that. I mean, he gets an amazing opening kill just through the smoke as it's kind of landing and just tucking into it, hiding, waiting for his moment to strike. I think he hears them come through, so he never even needs to budge here. That's the crazy part. And he just comes out 2 clean headshots. Assault gives it a good shot, but he's lost all his support. Hayes is right. Results earned himself a deagle. He's 2 kills. He's just going to wander around the map trying to see if he can get something done with it while he has a whole posse that wants to pick it up if he falls. Good luck. Blitz's angle here, surely. We'll just undo him on the jiggle. Oh, okay. That's all does get 1 for his troubles. And so then he gets 1 as well. So you know what? That's decent value. There was a lot of M4s in that round.
Yeah, not awful. A little bit of damage. Just showing Infinite that you're there. You gotta let them know. Now they can buy, they can get all the AKs. There might be some consequences, there might be some Galils because no bomb plant here for Nemesis. Oh, actually, they're fine. They're just going to compromise the utility. They really want to prioritize the weaponry. Texi being flashed in at a ramp immediately. See. Shout out Lorgar. This is very fast. Or at least it was gearing up to be, and suddenly Nemesis stopped. Look at this from kreaz. He's just going on the walk.
Yeah.
This is the most proactive CT side we've seen out of Infinite so far.
Gets his kill, and now he can just leave. You get that in a minute 30, and Nemesis is sweating. They've lost all control. The kreaz is just going to back off. Magic will come late just to make sure the space can be recovered, but you've killed a lot of time. It's going to allow you to reposition. kreaz can get out. And you do have a couple of players that are low. That is a slight problem. Volt's looking for a timing. They really want to re-aggress on mid. Volt loses his life instantly, and now kreaz 18 HP. So how long he'll be able to stand. This round's on Detour, and oh, he doesn't get a thing. kreaz actually gets his frag, and we're into the 2-on-2. Dame. Oh, Blitz has got him. Sure, this looks like the drop down. Oh, it's messy, but he gets it done. That was scary with the low HP. That manages to mop it up, and they do capitalize off kreaz's push.
Really enjoying what we're getting out of Infinite so far. It's really intrusive. Every round's got a little bit of a game plan. They completely catch Nemesis off guard. I like the regrouping from Nemesis, fighting towards mid, taking all the space and the kills, but unfortunately, they just couldn't handle it. Love that reposition out of Blitz. Low HP, just puts himself in a corner. Stame's got no idea that he's going to be there. Slen steps in for an important double. Already spoke about his individual. This is all going to plan so far for Infinite. No bomb plant again here for Nemesis. They are certainly on the back foot.
Yeah, that round's on a knife's edge. You know, Saddam does get that kill, and suddenly it's very different. They do get it over the line. Really nice shots from Texi onto both Volt and then detouring towards short, just anticipating the swing off the contact. But already, you know, I kind of noted that it was the CT side that Infinite have had so much difficulty on when it comes to Mirage, at least at this event. They've had 7 rounds in total across 2 maps played. There's already very positive signs, and obviously getting that pistol round helps a lot, which has been eluding them. You can only hope this is signs of positive things to come when it comes to their defense.
Yeah, as I say, just been really enjoyable to watch. Because it's just, you consistently being on the front foot so often. We are unfortunately going to have to put this one on a little bit of a cooling off period. We just need to send it to a break for a couple of minutes. But when we come back, we will continue the action. I promise it will be short. Infinite versus Nemesis up next after this.
We are back. Apologies for that one. Guys, we'll be getting back into the game momentarily. 3-0 up are Infinite. Strong start to their CT side. Kreaz, a big proponent of that in both the pistol and that first gun round with a little push. He's 6-3. And we're going to have a Hero Galil and Tech 9s around it for Nemesis to contest round number 4.
Not going to comment on it because I'm going to be like, oh, Hero Galil, that's a horrible sentence, and he's going to get a triple kill, win the round. So, there you go. There's the comment within the comment. And I like this out of Nemesis. This one's a lot more direct. They've just heard the spam from Slend. Now they're going to move. They're going to all push. Kreaz. Yet again, they able to get a kill. Blitz then on the angle, half blinded. It's actually Stame. They will find Celta. That counts. That's 2 kills on the Galil right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
On the scoreboard, it'll count in game for none. Walczaki has scooped up the AK. He's found himself into a decent position, but a lot of eyes are on this area. The bomb also is dropped in that pack. Smoke about to fade. And a peek around the corner. Detour needs to win this fight, and he does. It's now Walczaki. It's onto him. Both to collect the bomb, but also to actually get into this. And that's a great first pick. Walczaki, the flick down. And now comes into the 2-on-2. That is a molly, not a smoke, but it gives him space behind to work, and the spray from long range almost gets the job done. Result into the 1-on-2. A rifle there to scoop up. 10 bullets in the chamber, and a smoke if he wishes to deploy it to help pick up this C4. Slend in the window, looks to lock it in, but misses his mark, and Volt still low from that earlier engagement. He's got the kit. Can he beat Result to the cross? A reload comes through. Swing over, and he doesn't hear him. Volt gets out, but not the commitment immediately. This timing surely has won it for Volt. Result's got no clue. Expertly played by Volt.
The worst bit about that is I'm pretty sure, obviously Celta didn't register it, but I think he saw Volt as he crossed. I was looking at the window, and I could see Volt. So unlucky for Result. But I tell you what, look, Hero Galil, Tech 9s, you bring that into a 1v1, and I really rate the play from Walczaki because it looks silly, him dropping that incendiary there, but the closer you are to an incendiary, the more you can see, and the further away you are from the incendiary, it makes it really difficult to spot that player. That's why he nearly gets that frag on Volt. He just can't tame the spray. They maintain it. Stake odds now flip in favor of Infinite on Mirage. A 4-0 start. The odds are with them.
That's pretty incredible on their opponent's map pick. A little close affair. Oh, trade of damage. In the middle.
Nice nade.
Yeah, that round was really close. So for Nemesis, they just need that one breakthrough and it can really waterfall into a whole sequence. Aggressive into the B apps. Stame has to be very careful about it. A lot of space been conceded in middle. Nemesis happy to step in and take it. It's all because Slend is in short. He's looking for players just to walk into his crosshair, and they're going to, but I don't know if he's going to like the way it plays out. Or maybe he'll be just fine. The MP9 then swings, and Slend, he finds his mark onto Kreaz. Also stepped in for a frag of his own. Result looking to get up in Slend's grill. And Slend, I think, knows what's going on. Playing around the pillar. And Result is locked in. Slend slowly encroaching upon him. Firing off pot shots. And he's just dancing around. Result can't find him. He does find his teammate and then him. And you started to believe it was happening. But again, it's another round coming through for Infinite. This time it's Slend's AWP that does the heavy lifting.
Really impressed. I think the biggest contrast between this Mirage and when they played a few days ago is that Infinite aren't playing scared. And they are taking active angles. And they're really fighting together. There's really nice crossfires in towards middle. But Slend is taking a forward angle where he's almost locked in. And he has to hit the shots immediately. And he can get out. But it also then baits Kreaz in towards Con. this is an active CT side. They aren't allowing Nemesis to have space unless it's been deliberately occupied to set up it in deep crossfires. Meanwhile, Echo are destroying Nuclear Tigers on Anubis. That one is 10-3. So that feels like it's playing out the same. That's deja vu. And over here, it's completely different. Infinite nearly have as many rounds in the game that they did last time.
Well, 2 more CT rounds, and they have already done more than their combined other 2 maps. So looking very good. Now double setup on B. No time to bring this one out, as it does feel like that contact's coming off the half bite. Blitz has been baited in and a little scared for a second, but he steps up and with Detox gets all 3. Players come through short and well, maybe these 2 B defenders can just lock it down by themselves. Yep, all 5 kills. Nothing found off the split.
And they're doing, I think, really good game management as well here, Infinite. They understand what the economy is going to be like, so they set up it now in a bait and switch. They play off each other. There's really good tethering. You're not going for really active plays because you're against Tech 9s. You just allow Nemesis to make the move for you. And from there, you've got the quick rotate out of Vault in towards market window. This is played perfectly. Like, I actually have no notes whatsoever for this CT side out of Infinite. Slend isn't even on the AWP yet. Okay, the one note I have is that you've missed the incendiary. That is not the worst thing in the world.
What happened to his AWP? He had one. Where'd it go? Let's get the kill. Assault Trey, kreaz as well, and Tito comes up empty backside, but that spray is fantastic from Slend, and AWP or no AWP, still finding the impact. He looking to try and plant the bomb while Taxi gets close to window. Through. No. Decides against it. Steps back out off the Singe. Well, Slend gets a multi. It's onto Magicy. Good repos over towards bench. 2 players come his way. I don't think he's ready for both. And, well, yeah, deals with 1, but it's quick on the trade for kreaz. Magicy giving it a great shot, but it's, again, Slend with the multi, kreaz with the clothes, and Infinite with a clean sheet.
They're just not being caught off right now. Group up here in this retake. 3 players are over at market, and sure, Magicy has made a brilliant reposition, but as he strafes out, he's not ready for these 2 players to be shoulder to shoulder. Instant trade, can't maintain the spray because they are slightly wide. It's good spacing out of Infinite. Nemesis take another pause. They haven't got around on the T side, and we said, didn't we, that CT side of Infinite has always been a struggle point. 80k gear. Proudly sponsoring this event. If you're interested in any peripherals, www.80kgear.com. There's also a giveaway that you'll see pop up a little bit later on the stream. 8 gaming mice. We're giving away during the StarSeries event. Click on the banner to learn more details.
Right, so he didn't have the AWP because he died 2 rounds ago on B. They didn't pick it up. I think because they were anticipating a light buy round? I'm just trying to spitball as to why there wasn't an AWP reinvested or picked up.
I'd say you're spot on.
Anyway, but now he has one. And Texi gets the opener. Easy, well controlled. Slend's AWP chimes in and needs some more. Celta taking out the support, so does Result, and the multi not offered up. This one's pacier onto A, and it's going to secure Nemesis there first.
Yeah, good call. Off the timeout, just thinking, okay, right, what space have we had throughout this entire map that's going to be relatively uncontested? Well, that's middle. Okay, let's think about it then. Get Texi sprinting down middle, see if he can get an opening kill. Just force a fight. Texi, Stame are really good at forcing fights, but it's not going to be Stame in this situation because he's normally the lurker on the T side. So you get Texi doing that, and as soon as that contact is taken, you go into a bomb site, but you're doing it together. None of these splits that just aren't working. None of this slow-paced rounding that isn't working. A complete change of tempo based on the space that you've already got. Very good call out of Celta. Step in the right direction. The money's still okay for Infinite. You can get drops on Slend, for example. You can drop a couple of M4s. There is a way back in for Nemesis, but let's be honest, it requires them winning 4 more rounds in a row, which is going to be difficult.
Yeah, the 7-round streak from Infinite, which has equaled what they got over their first 2 Mirages here. I've seen enough. Mathematically, they have won. This round's actually pretty key. Nemesis, can they get consecutive and break the bank of the CTs? Be Steam looking for over a beat. Some util thrown out to really make it seem like it's the commit, but at the same time, that's where mid space begins to be taken. Steam's trying to really put the pressure on. It's not going to have them squirming, but it's going to have their interest.
Should recognize, okay, well now you should definitely know. I was going to say that Slen's over towards short. This has been his starting position for the majority of this first half. Texi caught off guard. Now you move probably into A, but Slen's already making that journey himself. Kreaz waiting patiently. Smoked off and spammed out. Blitz now looking to step in. Offer the contact, trying to adopt an angle that will guarantee him a kill. Flashbang, beautiful. Out of Slend. And Blitz will take his frag. Oh, and he doesn't even need to fall back. Stands his ground, gets rid of Celta. 5v2. So it is a step in the right direction for Nemesis, but then suddenly it comes crumbling down because Celta goes back to the same slow default that wasn't working all half long.
There you go, single kill. Just picked apart. Lovely round from Blitz. Beautiful sequence. But he's never really afraid in taking any of those fights, right? It's all slow 1v1s where there's no ability to trade from the T side. But a nice reposition for the second. Obviously gets the information that fight's coming, and then Celta just steps in, call for the next splash, and again, another free kill. Simple stuff, really, for Infinite to deal with.
I think the biggest compliment you can give to Infinite as well is how much they've adjusted this CT setup in 2 days. Like, they've really worked on it, and they had to prep the K27, in which those were ruling games in which they came back on. Celta through the smoke will find Blitz at least, so it's an even numbers game in round 10. It's a pretty decent space that's been claimed here by Nemesis, all things considered. But at the same time, speaking of space, Detour has got all of the apartments.
I think with that information, you just gamble majority of your forces A side. Kreaz might just hold towards Murder Hole just to make sure that no one can flank through. Short's your only gap. You kind of just accept that because, you know, you've got strong post plant if they do walk up short with that apps and market control.
All Slend, I'm scared.
Steps back and, okay, Slend's going to take the initiative. What's the advantage up? Now, you know the AWP is here. How do you deal with this?
Well, they're just going to swing on him now. Oh, but Slend just hits the shot. Maybe you can't deal with it. Celta finally gets the kill, but underneath lies Volt. Beautiful. Out of Slend.
That's not how you deal with it.
No, that is not how you do it.
That is not how you do it.
No.
Yeah, Slend's in insane form. Like, noted, you know, kind of what he's been doing at this event so far. He's been really solid. Coming into it, he was their best rated player, but he's just all green. Like, dominated K27 yesterday. Had like 30 frags in that nuke game. And he's just come into this just as hot.
Maybe Infinite are the best team in the world when they get a pistol round. They've just been nerfing themselves.
Slend redemption arc.
The smoke's missed, but Volt will still stand here. Stay Cod's now leading even more in favour of Infinite on Mirage. Makes sense, they are winning 9-1. And Nemesis, they're just going to try and bully their way towards the site. Slend gets in, round the corner. Oh, the course hits his shot. Flashbang forward, trying to give Volt an opportunity, or maybe just another one for himself. A double kill. Volt hiding and feeling very stressed. They will remove him, but that's when Kreaz walks through the smoke and deletes all of them.
making highlights now. Infinite just trying to do it for the content. Flashy kills out of both Slend and kreaz. Blinded, just hits his shot. The second peek back in, a beautiful flick, and then kreaz. This is gorgeous. Fantastic spray. Uh-oh, Nemesis. This isn't good. This is not the Nemesis that we have grown to love over the last 6 months.
18 and 6 for Slend. And now they're going to retry it again. Do you know what? I don't hate the call, Selter. No, I really don't. Oh, spamming, but they're in. He knows this now. Result. Try and make his mark. It's kreaz again. Getting kills. Protecting Volt. Allowing him to get a frag back. kreaz will fall. Oh, will get pushed off by the incendiary, but that's just suddenly when Slend steps in. Selter and Majiki doing everything in their power. Just trying to maintain. Keep things equal. And now another player in towards Connector. Blitz can't pick up the AK. He'll give away his position. As Detour puts a bullet right between the eyes of the in-game leader. It's Majiki on 20 HP. And it's now Majiki dead on the floor. 11-1 for Infinite. That's domination.
Yeah, apparently Infinite don't have any problems with their CT sides anymore. That is a dominant half on their opponent's map pick. 11 rounds, and yeah, I think this is done. Especially as they're committing to bomb site with a single player at it. Bodies will start to move over, but Infinite begin to stream in.
Oh, Majiki drops a defensive smoke just to keep CT space. That's how you know it is a little bit cooked for Nemesis. Oh, the Volt just goes over the top. Blitz goes through the smoke as well. Is that the bomb? That's the bomb. Okay, that was a little bit silly, guys. Slend will fall as well. I understand wanting to get ahead of that CT smoke, like trying to blindside Nemesis, but they actually just gave you all of the sight. And now you're going to die to Texi in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, that only goes wrong because that smoke gets dropped and Selter throws a flashbang on his B rotate, and that catches every T player jumping through that smoke. So not only are they gray screened when they emerge from it, it's white. Like they are not seeing color, they're not seeing a thing, and they're just getting eaten up by the CTs. So I didn't hate the move. It's just that the perfect counter happened to come through to completely deny it.
Also, the bomb went through the smoke. I think that's probably the most ridiculous one. 5
rifles. Selter even gets a FAMAS instead of an MP, so they're really, really acknowledging it's a long haul ahead.
I'm so cooked because you said 5 rifles. I'm looking, I'm like, they got Glocks, Lucy. Like, what? Wrong team. Yeah, no, I like it. Good future-proofing. The Nemesis. Hello, everyone's here. Majiki, scared. So what's the USP? That nade's brilliant. Kaboom. The splat. Go all the Infinite in towards mid. 5 alive.
My grandma.
What?
Just kept by a bazooka. You know, I heard that song? I feel like I sent it to you.
Probably
Rest in peace,
did.
my granny. Yeah, okay. All right.
I don't know. I see.
It's because you went kabam, which is how the song goes.
Okay. You send me a lot of stuff. I normally just scroll it.
Yeah, there's some funny dogs in there.
That's true. Thank you for Lawguard providing the PCs at the main event, www.lawguard.com. If you want to have a PC like the pros.
Nemesis. Seems to contend with Infinite's rifles. Doesn't start well. Slen's found an opening pick. That was just through the connector smoke. So that's a really great thing to find in the first 30 seconds. Gives you a lot of freedom.
Well, they thought about pushing, and they decided against it. This feels horrible if you're Nemesis, because you've got this double setup on B, double setup on A, no mid control whatsoever, and you've got no clue what's going on that side of the map, especially with Connector now just being smoked off. Bombs in Palace, Detour. Oh, he's going to have to here, surely. Or at least do a little bit of damage, but this is where that boost angle comes in. Yeah, there we go, stay. Will hit the first shot. Result then gets back on the angle. Up comes Com from Blitz. It's a beautiful shot onto Result. And because of that execute over towards B, that drags all the rotates away. Blitz already in CT. No flashbang for Nemesis, but Blitz isn't peeking. There's one from the T side instead. And they just keep on trading back and forth.
A blistering headshot and a great nade in response. Glover Molly towards Firebox. Instead, it's to Ticket. Forces Celta out. Kreaz happy to take that fight. And Texi can't isolate Kreaz on the swing. He is not missing too many. Infinite are shooting hard and find themselves onto 12.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you get the guns out and immediately Infinite have a really cool round that they put pressure over in B. They recognize that they've got all the mid controls. They just smoke it off and block it. And as soon as you go out B, you know that they're going to be jumping on the rotate because they have no idea what's going on. That's exactly what happens to Celta. He goes all the way to that B bomb site just for Result to get dragged out in the open. Blitz can come up through connector. This is just looks like a really rough day in the office, but contrast that with Infinite playing some superb Counter-Strike. It's a combination of the two. Celta looks to get active, but he just dies immediately. Texi hoping to get something in towards middle with Result, and they do a good job for the moment. But the trays out of Detour are supreme, and now Majki on the AWP has to clutch just to keep Nemesis in it, just to give them a 4th round on their map pick.
Now Flexcute comes in towards A. So you're not even given the sight lines. Detour just on trade duty there. He gets every single one. There's a chance here Majki can drop this bomb. The smokes have faded. He steps forward and hits a good flick down. Sees that second player. And utility coming over. Nade mostly dodged. Oh, mostly. 2 HEs lock him into the corner. I mean, look at this from Volt. You are never hitting this shot. Oh, he almost actually was preempting it, but Volt gets it done. And Infinite make it look easy on their opponent's map pick. Talk about redemption.
Talk about...
He's lock him into the corner. I mean, look at this from Volt. You are never hitting this shot. Oh, he almost actually was preempting it.
Loving life. And he called a brilliant game, especially on that CT side. And like, if they were that prepped for Mirage, they're going to be even more prepped for Ancient. Stake odds now really reflect that dominant victory. They've now got Infinite taking the series, which was not the case before we started Mirage. But maybe can be the case now. We can start the battle here on Ancient together with Stake between Nemesis and Infinite. Nemesis need to bounce back quickly.
Let's get the CT side starting ahead of the util and a flashbang. Trying to set up these players in towards middle, but that's not the intent, although Texi does find the kill. They're wanting to scale up into heaven. Slen, an opening frag. Steam has to fall back off the molly or bring it around default. A swing out, looking for the frags, and he's found two. Slen takes down some of the support, but Magiki winning that fight on kreaz is everything. Now it's Slen left with nothing he can do. Magiki with a fantastic shot down long range and a pistol comes through for Nemesis.
Got to give a lot of credit to Seltzer there because he drops beautiful flashbangs to help his team out. Texi gets the kill in towards mid, but Stame really bailed out by that flashbang popping high in the air. Seltzer that really sets up the round there for Nemesis. And then his aimers do the rest. Magiki, lovely step in to find that double. They will get that pistol. Stats don't lie. Very good at pistol rounds. Our Nemesis, kreaz, burning. Basically falling apart within the first 20 seconds. Break on the smoke. That will reveal him. That's at least info. The player is close to donut.
Yeah, it was never going to be a play, though, and that actually caused bodies to move. Dame is now only one over at B. Bomb actually still not down yet. That's a huge kill. And now Magiki in an exposed position, swung upon, but holding still and keeping it going. He gets the second. That's absurd, and that means that bomb cannot be planted. kreaz finds himself behind default. Maybe can catch someone overstepping the mark, and that was the opportunity. Will eventually get that kill and has an opportunity here to leave.
He does, but he's only got 35 points of health. It feels like he'll win the race to A. Unless Seltzer starts reading this, he's just cleared ramp, but he's going to go walking all the way through. Magiki now starts to make inroads, so never mind. Race has been lost. Magiki just needs to get on the angle in time, but he goes tempo. So that means this bomb can be planted here. There's a chance for a 1v1, but Magiki steps out, doesn't quite get the kill. The kreaz is completely out of ammo. Should be an easy collection for the M4, but considering what happened in that round, 1v3 to get the kill for kreaz and plant the bomb, that isn't bad money-wise.
I mean, this could have very well been Infinite's round. That kill kreaz gets on Heaven is actually the big difference maker, and you think that they can just go into this bomb site, but Magiki rotates back, holds his ground in short after he's lost another player on the rotate. And then that ridiculous kill long range on the Slen, that's the real difference maker, because then the bomb can't be planted even though smokes are about to land. Doesn't get that frag. It's a 2-on-2. It's the bomb down, or 2-on-3, the bomb down. And a real opportunity. Will be a hero AK for kreaz off his hard work, but this should be Nemesis getting the start that they definitely have been wanting after the way Mirage went.
Don't mind that out of vault, just trying to get ahead of the utility. Fire off a deagle shot to get an opening. Doesn't quite work out. But at least he's got space. Obviously anticipating Nemesis to push him. That doesn't happen. Magiki now, with all his kills, will have an AWP. 3 players lean over towards this B bomb site. Magiki moves off the angle. Just as Infinite creep in. Good jump spot out of Texi. I'll get some information going back the other way for the CTs. Nade throw forward. It's a little bit too shallow. Feels like Infinite really want to take this fight off of kreaz in towards Red Room.
Volt's about to get crunched upon. But with kreaz stepping over. Okay, the wide swing. That deals with it. Stame with the MP9 actually wins both duels. Slend picks up the AK and makes some decent work with it. And I was going to say, Texi's got this timing, but no. Head is removed. And Magiki can't hit the shot on the cross. That's an M4 picked up onto an armored player. And 3-on-3, but Magiki, nice line. Blitz tries to get aggressive and loses his life. So he's going to use this opportunity to try and step into the same position, playing around this little brick that blocks the head. Detail's got his work cut out for him. Time is a slight concern. There's a smoke. And there is the kits. And now out. Slend needs to deny this, and they're actually not sticking it. They're not sticking it, and he might still be able to win it, but Magicy runs him down, and oh, that really comes down to the wire.
Yeah, time is a really big concern, especially when they're not going into the bomb site. But no, Nemesis are able to overwhelm. The smoke on the site brings Blitz's attention over there, and then late Donut Lurk can grab the kill. This frags out Sedame as well. But you really start getting excited when it gets put into that 3v3. Magicy continues to be immortal. That was only a hero AK. Now Infinite have got 5 of them. 4 and a Galil. Hexy, wow, okay. That is a lot of damage, self-inflicted.
Jump out. Seltzer actually gets the frag. Blitz has to keep on moving. Remember, Texi is very low, but now he's got another player to help him out. And Result, he's just going to move forward. This is a big fight, and he'll win it. That one feels very simple. Stame's rotating, so Magicy is actually the only one at B right now. He gets caught on his peak. Oh, this could be a disaster, but somehow he's standing.
Well, they can just go. They're straight up B. And they know that Magicy is locked into cave. Volt will find Texi on that late lurk. Magicy still can't really do much, and he's scared about Volt. Stame and Result rotate in. Result's a little bit far away. They nearly line up for Stame. Spam, not quite happening. These players are really low, but the AWP can't really take advantage of it. It's got to be Result then. Volt holding the angle. Timing isn't there. Magicy then walks through the ramp. These players have got 17 HP between both of them. Result is fully healthy. Detour tried to make a play. Can't do it. Result will clean up. These rounds are starting to get very dangerous. Infinite knocking on the door, but Nemesis are holding true.
Yeah, Magicy just staying alive ends up being a key element to that. The very late lurk down ramp with the AWP, putting it into the 2-on-2 and giving Result the freedom then to work. I don't know if he would have been going back to clear that flank on that timing if he was facing that many players on site. But really well handled from Result. 3 kills from him. One in mid, and then obviously in the retake. That one Infinite again. It's a round that really, I actually think they were favored in taking. Just a shame they couldn't finish off Magicy in that moment. That was the real difference. Volt had the opportunity and just couldn't quite land it.
This is a really good sign for Nemesis. The fact that they are sort of surviving just all of these tests pretty consistently. Especially given how Mirage went. Looks a hell of a lot better. Magicy is performing incredibly well. Stake odds now really reflecting that Nemesis are going to take this map. Kreaz jumps over. Big fighting towards middle, except there isn't a fight at all. No one's really there, bar Texi and Donut.
So as odds pop up, Nemesis favored to take this, and they found the opening pick. Blitz is trying to chase down Texi and anticipates his fight from Salta, but surely Blitz is done for. The bailout's there. Seems still present, so you got another body to deal with, and with low HP, Thame could quickly make this a multi. 4 kills Result. I don't know if you want to commit into this, especially with this frag, but the bomb's stuck.
Oh, that's a really big kill. Detour will cross, but this reposition out of Stame's really lovely. This Detour's going to move back. That's the bomb dropped. Surely you should be aware that Slane could be in towards middle here. 35 seconds, and oh, Stame will just wide swing him. Throws it into the 1v1. Off of the 1v3. And this reposition's lovely. Oh, shoots up the bomb, searches for Stame, and will find him immediately. A big sigh of relief, because that should have always have been Infinite's round. Stame makes it tricky. they are able to post their first on the T side.
What a beautiful reposition from Same, just the way that he plays that. Gets that kill from default and just goes on the walk all the way around. Cashing the bomb, ready for the second fight. Volt makes it look scary when he actually goes hunting for the fight. Could have just taken that bomb and gone towards B for the plant, but decides he wants to just get that kill. A good close, but around that's far more costly than they would have liked. But at least they are able to get the bomb out of there and make it happen. If they just sort of committed into A initially, it could have been a real trouble. This round, they're just sitting back, waiting for the aggression. 4 players towards middle and A. Just Volt that's holding down the fort outside B. They are going to get this pushed on Nemesis. So Volt, if he can just stay present here or take a life, get some info. It's quite a big bit of information. Magic is just going to get on the line. Now they start to split. Is Volt ever going to budge?
Oh. He thought about it. He really is considering going for the swing. Match key holding. But how long does he stay rooted for? Because whilst he's got this info, sure, it's fine, but he's not really being useful. Infinite. Now looks to take the space in towards middle. Oh, will die to Magic-E. Result now needs to block Donut. Does get tagged for 50 HP. Still 3 players remaining on this site. Texi steps in, gets the trade immediately, but you're never going to be ready for Celta. Just elevated on this angle. Big kill, but Texi will fall. Celta nearly had an opportunity to find a double, but it's Slend that gets one of his own. Magic-E gets thrown into this clutch. Whilst it's been brilliant, the Orbit is just stationed on the angle. Slend hits the headshot. Beautiful sequence out of him. Starts matching and leveling up to Magic-E's output.
Yeah, lovely sequence coming out from Slend. They know it's that AWP at the end, so he just holds the line. But great trades, especially that one onto the boost. Like, that's such a difficult one. You can see that comm wasn't clear where he died from because they're already getting ready to plant the bomb. But Slend fast on it, anticipating the crawl forward. I felt really good for the Nemesis setup, especially because they get the lurk kill immediately. The 3 players on side don't need a budge. They've got to force out through the smoke, but Infinite, props to them for working their way through that.
And the opening kill falls favor to Infinite. Money on its last legs as well for Nemesis. This feels very similar to the Ancient we got last time out, where Nemesis took a lead, then Infinite were able to rebound, then got a few more rounds after that. We'll see if history repeats itself. Everyone is over here. So a read has been made, a gamble has been set up. Do not need to commit in towards the safe bomb site yet if you're Infinite. The kreaz are on the clear. Celta, timing, oh wow. kreaz, going to turn around, he is. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if he was ever actually wanting to commit into this. He was just going to come back after clearing, but now he's gotten that kill, I think you just go. That's going to be the right call. This is the force buy for Nemesis. Infinite just take it slowly. They get their 2 picks. They walk into the bomb site. And Nemesis walk away with 2 MP9s and a 5.7. So the hard work of getting these rounds consecutive has paid off.
Hey, ideally, you hunt all these players. Just whether you'll be allowed to. Stay waiting. Result will find kreaz. That isn't really a gun that you can scoop up, though, unfortunately. I think they're aware of it. It's alright. Free up, but it isn't the end of the world. It's just a few MP9s.
Yeah, shouldn't be really too much to get worried about. Nemesis probably going to try and get aggressive again. It's Result towards A main. This has been pretty thoroughly cleared every round, so kreaz has a slight scare for a second. He's going to try the same, but every avenue is covered. MP9 around the corner. Oh dear. Volt's there with the trade. But killing the rifler first really enabled Walczaki to do that.
Don't walk into it. Oh, stay. Let's get the first. And now look, you imagine they're going to swing together. Spray out a Volt, good enough to isolate the kills. He needs to be careful. He's running out of ammo. In fact, he hasn't got any left and he gets overwhelmed. This is really falling apart. Detour looking to recover, but Staines picks up the AWP and out of absolutely nowhere, Nemesis on the low buy off of the saved MP9s. Enough to reduce Infinite to nothing.
What's Detour up to? Like, Volt's fighting for his life out here. he's penned in and Detour's just still walking to A-bombs. Like, come over and help your teammate. Also surprised Volt doesn't drop his molly into elbow there just to give himself the time to reload. There's like a lot of questionable decisions under the pressure of these players running at you. Because there's that second, like Volt doesn't have someone in his face for a moment there. You can see he's like pushing, you can see a few meters ahead of him towards the CT side and just doesn't drop that molly. He's got 3 bullets left and then they start pushing and it's like, well, yeah, you're not going to win that fight. You got 3 bullets. It doesn't matter how good an aimer you are. Just a real flub when it came to that moment, but take nothing away from what the individuals of Nemesis did. Perfect utilization of those weapons. Walczaki in particular sent that whole round into disarray with his little jump through. That's a disaster. That's the sort of thing that you should not be losing to. Not the way you did.
No, absolutely not. It's one of those Nemesis rounds that they're normally good for, like quite frequently. Didn't see it on Mirage at all. It was like they desperately needed one of those as well, because it actually felt like that Ancient was plodding along quite similar to the Mirage once Infinite got control. There wasn't a whole lot the Nemesis can do, but it's nice to see them taking the initiative, just running forward. Grabbing the kills, Walczaki flying MP9. So 5 rounds plays free. Infinite should have enough to buy. I think it's going to be absolutely fine, but they're potentially just going to get a little bit rattled by that. More intense coke drinking.
Over in our other series, that was Ekarov's taking Nuclear Tiger's map pick of Anubis 13-8 to get things going. It's looking a bit more closely contested on map 2. At the moment, Echo are ahead on the T side of Nuke. But I think it's about to be getting maybe even tied up at the half. If Nuclear Tigers beat Echo and Nuke, that's kind of crazy. And they got to do it if they want to stay alive.
I hope they do. I hope, especially after beating 100 Thieves, I don't want them to be sort of bowing out immediately. I feel like they deserve at least a third map. I mean, Echo have been fantastic, but yeah, bare minimum, Nuclear Tigers. Get a third map. Come on. You got this. We believe in you. Kreaz, I can see you in the reflection of the TV. Your PC's over here, my friend. Time to sit down. Oh, a lean forward. That's reassuring.
Lock in.
I know it's been, what, 8 rounds, but I think Nemesis still need a couple more, which is a funny thing to say, but just considering how dominant Infinite were on Mirage, especially when it came to that CT side, this Ancient's still going to have you concerned. Hey, it's us.
Hey.
Right, come on then.
6 last time they played in the first half. Both pistols going to Nemesis that time around as well. And it was still an Infinite victory. So the CT side, that's been on lockdown. Look at this. Charging out, looking for the space. Kreaz expecting them not to be aggressive because they have been aggressive so many rounds. And he thinks, all right, I've got a timing here. But just loses out the aim deal.
It is 6-6 between Echo and Nuclear Tigers. You gotta remember that's 6 T rounds for Echo. So they'll be happy with that. Hexy was over in the cubby corner, but he's now moved back all the way to Red Room. Infinite starts to scale. They haven't got the most amount of utility. Hexy with the jump spot will spot them. He's had a very slow start to this series in general. 3 kills for Texi. Stain will block. With 40 seconds left, B feels like the intended destination for Infinite.
That's a big kill to get in towards middle, though. Does that change your tact? Feels like no. 30 seconds. Magicy in the perfect position. He's not missing too many here. About to step around this corner and deal with him. A jump peek. I think he was spotted. Flashbang, though, doesn't affect him. I'm afraid not possible. Counter utility. And oh, what a shot! Detour gets penned into the corner and then pinned through it. 10 seconds. It's done. No way in. This is 6 now for Nemesis. You really don't want to die off the time here. He's trying to send off some warning shots. Now I'm going to try and swarm. Sland, is he going to be okay? He needs to keep himself tucked down. Don't reveal anything and he'll be okay. Flirting with death.
I'm glad they were able to save just the AKs at least. They can force around it. I mean, you kind of have to. Just because of the money and the way it is for both Slend and Blitz. Big round again, out of Magicy. Who's been phenomenal on this Ancient. Missed run boost. Lots of damage. Swing out for Kreaz. Spamming the smoke does a little bit more damage onto Celta, but he gets out alive just about. Also, this is happening. Volt 4 about taking Cave. He now will press in. This is a gap that Nemesis should be aware of. But Stain might get blindsided with how quick Volt is in here.
I think with this position, they've decided they want to commit in. This is the force buy, and they've got no utility. So Magicy is just going to have a field day with this orb. Although the flashbang, actually really good, that one piece they had, but it's getting anything to follow up off it, and it's all wrestled in the feed. Volt does eventually get his frag. This could really be a dominant half with how things are now panning out. That round against the pistols, the force, that aggressive fight in towards elbow has had some serious ramifications.
Yeah, I mean, look at the investment that's going to come in now for Infinite. You're going to be on Tech 9s again. Just because you want to have at least one clean gun round before the half is over. But this could be as dominant as... Well, not as dominant as the Mirage, but, you know, getting up there. 9-3 for Nemesis. And this is what I was saying about Ancient. This is what I was thinking to myself. Like, Nemesis definitely can take this map because it was a resurgence right at the end for Infinite. But outside of that, Nemesis were really clean on this CT side. Set themselves up well. At least you fought. And then it was a 6-6 half. Here, we're looking at 8-4 at a bare minimum. Get another pistol. You're basically there.
You got a lot of space in towards Jag last round. You just want to try and exploit that again. Stain will actually take position inside. So they're going to avoid the AWP at least, but well, you're not going to avoid Result. It's going to be a straight up execute flashbang off the side and a swing out. It's 1-for-1. An attempt to step in. Trades are looking good and even better with Blitz finding a double. Best opportunity for Infinite in some time as that bomb gets planted.
I mean, Magic's been pretty hot, but retaking this is going to be tricky. Smokes are going to go down. Now, these fade over towards short. There's not a replenishment. Texi. Drop a smoke of his own in towards cave. That's going to block two players off. Oh, well, actually, it misses. This isn't great. Boost up as well for Slen. Feels brilliant. Texi's just waiting for Magic to pop a flash over the top. Could be expectant of Slend on the boost, but that doesn't happen. They leave it too late. Infinite will find a fourth.
Just really good trades coming up there.
Don't lose the AWP.
I think he'll have one next round anyway. Because there's 3 players on 8k that can drop. Well, actually, he just buyed himself, so yeah, they can drop the other rifles from the other 2. So it's all fine. Infinite, bit pacier, bit poppier, and fantastic trades. No one on Nemesis is able to get any sort of multi there. Same actually comes up empty on his swing. That's a real difference. If you just be able to get one, I think that retake is certainly happening. Infinite, they can recover 5 and at least save some of their blushes.
$7-5 would be brilliant, considering the landscape of where this was, considering the fact they weren't really supposed to win that Tech 9 round either. I suppose that is 1-for-1 because Nemesis won that incredibly unrealistic low buy round as well. Kreaz having a look down ramp. Little does he know that there are 2 players there. Sexy spam, heard by Volt. Break on the smoke reveals, or would have revealed Blitz. Texi doesn't spam. Result will now find Kreaz. And Stame needs to hold red room. There's a lot of players coming his way.
He's just playing block though, so he'll get the info and then just drop that in. Oh, what? Someone gets a second there. That's just a random bullet. I don't know how he's managed it. The ramp comes in. A smoke. Enable this bomb to go down. Texi just spams out. Can see where it's planted, but can't do anything about it. 2 on to 3. A chance here for Infinite. Result though gets up close. The flashbang is so good. Perfect isolation. Magic just gonna walk out. Suicidal. And it's on to Texi. Into the 1-on-2 steps. Into the footsteps of where Result last proud. Maybe plenty of timing here. Onto the first, but can't quite manage it. Slend with a monster final round to give Infinite 5.
Literally making something out of nothing. Then after, you feel me? I'm glad to be in that position because everything is broken.
Every time I elevate, it's something to celebrate. John Jones, I went to heavyweight on these featherweights, but I ain't backing down, I'ma take the weight up another plate. Lean at the crumbs, that's how you eat, let me demonstrate. Decade in the game, I ain't lost a step, I just up the pace. Watch them up the pay, I put in the reps and pick up the chase. Then it up the balance, but we ain't even no miles away. It ain't just a talent, I took the challenge and walked the craze. Fell a couple times, but I got back up with some saving grace. Definitely leader, a pastor still need a preacher. Talk to me when I'm shallow, lend a lens to see deeper. Closer in to see higher up, that's too much for the speakers, but ain't much for the thinkers. Clouded, I rush to the lower end to see what's in the deeper. Found a message to send herself with much younger and eager. Keep your youth and maintain your health, cause the future is trouble. But you made for the struggle, and you born with the hustle. Any imagery less than greatness, erase it and double down on.
Very similar to what we got last time these two teams played against each other. Nemesis saw into the lead, but Infinite are able to mount a comeback. 1 round the difference compared to a few days ago. Nemesis in the lead this time as the halftime swaps around.
Yeah, it should have been at least tied up, but at least Infinite recover. Can they win a pistol? That's the question. Slend. This one looks to answer it, and oh, it's not going well. You can't get anything done. Now kreaz, his turn out it with the dualies.
Oh, wow.
Goodbye, good night. Swing in from Blitz. Finally, something back the other way, but too many bodies. Mismanages, can't find the shot. And pistols continue to be a problem. Look at that swing. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Infinite cannot win a pistol.
And look, these were all unfair fights, though. I mean, you've got kreaz with the dualies, gets double swung. Blitz, essentially, yes, brilliant flashbang, but it is a 1-on-3 in that cave. Player out long, just gets sidelined by 2 players. And then, as you say, 3, 2, 1, bang. Brilliant. Nemesis, another double swing. Every fight unfair.
That's the Nemesis you want to see, rather than individualistic 1v1s without the trades. They work best being explosive. That's one of the problems of Mirage. It really felt like a lot of the fights they were taking were just like one player looking for the duel. Full eco from Infinite. They're going to back their gun rounds, but that's going to allow Nemesis into a 4-round lead. Fun stack. kreaz got the flashbang. Just to when they want to pop out from mid. What the cue they wait for is maybe they wait for the smoke to fade and just jiggle until they see someone and then it goes.
Oh, can work.
Counter flash might just own them though. Molly's gone deep. Now the flash comes. Celta. Yeah, he'll be the victim of it.
Uh-oh.
And Texi as well. Hold the phone. There's some interest in this, but now the support comes in and I think it's all fine. They'll just vacate and run towards B. Or
No.
they'll come straight towards where these final 2 players are. A headshot. Slend. Ah, a chance to make it even more interesting. Nice try on the eco.
Yeah, good idea. And you got 2 kills out of it, so it really isn't the end of the world here for Infinite. But you put a lot of stock in this gun round. There he is. I feel like you desperately need this, otherwise it's double digits for Nemesis. Double the scoreline for Infinite. We've got the official PCs here at StarSeries. And Nemesis is just going to smash A. This is a really nice call out of Celta. Nothing fancy, nothing silly. They're just going to go into the site.
Very direct. Has been heard. Smoke dropped by Volt, and he wants to fight, but Texie's anticipating this. And is there a trade, a spam, anything back? Oh, it's messy. Blitz can't get it done. If you don't get something immediately, I don't think you want to throw these rifles away. They don't have a kit either. Yeah, you gotta disengage.
I really like the call. It's so simple at Nemesis, but it's the type of calling that is just so effective.
Terrorists win.
At least Infinite will save all of their guns and bring them forward into the next, so it isn't a completely wasted opportunity. It's basically deja vu, except Nemesis now have 10.
Okay, another shot at it. Same round. Thame's just going to put on all the pressure over at B, and they're just going to go straight into A. I love this call. It's a fair bit of pressure too. A lot of spam, a lot of util going out, but now the same thing happens over on A. An entire execute, and 2 players in Donut, that is a difference.
Oh.
1 player in Donut. On both sides.
No way.
Well, they saw the bomb going. No, it does go down. Okay. Somehow he gets away, almost unscathed.
Flanking. Kreaz, though, able to find a double. Now, you definitely give this a little bit of a look in. And watch his Stame and his position. Volt has a look at Donut. Boost up good enough to find Kreaz. 3v3. Volt finds Stame. Magic Key will get another. And now it's all on to Texie. 1v2. Defuse. Not being stuck, and through the smoke, Texie will find Nemesis. Walking towards A. Kreaz will get a double, but it's Texie that holds on. And it's his multi-kill that's more important. Nemesis up to 11.
I really thought that was going to be the retake when that double kill comes through. And also, Volt gets rid of Stame on the lurk. He actually comes up empty. But really well played from Texie. The smoke, actually not quite where you want it for that bomb plant. It was a bit shallow, so you couldn't even really stick that easily if you wanted to. It would have been right on the edge and probably quite spammable. Texie having a redemption arc on this T side. Oh my god, so many kills through smokes, and they're just going to accelerate. Kreaz on the outside.
Wow.
Could have stopped it, but can't. The name just too quick. It's like both these teams, after the last time they played, were like, all right, we need to fix the map that our map pick, their map pick, sorry, and try and get a different result. And they've overcompensated.
I was thinking that. Overcompensated is exactly the right word. You've adjusted too much that you haven't really focused on your own choice.
It's very much shaping up for that decider over on Inferno. Very close on Nuke. The Tigers looking to force a decider there. It'd be crushing for Echo to lose another Nuke that close.
Impressed about Nuclear Tigers considering the record of Echo on Nuke. Considering that they didn't It was, what, 6-6 at the half as well. They conceded 6 rounds on that CT side, and now they've really rebuilt themselves. It's impressive for Nuclear Tigers. They're able to close. There's that mouse giveaway. Courtesy of ATK Gear. Click on the banner to get involved in that. 8 gaming mice we are giving away. Looks like Infinite might be giving away this map. Detour pushes aggressive blitz. Has to hold fire. Timing. Somehow there for him to get a kill. Trades back out of Texi and Celta. 3v3. Volt's about to hear them running in Donut.
Can't believe he gets away with one there.
Oh.
Celta's luck is having some serious impact. Now you might not commit in, or you might still. Celta is going to come back around. Actually, he just pauses. That's what he's waiting for. The response. Great pick. Volt into the 1-on-3, and he's gone to the wrong bomb site because of that kill from Celta. The bomb also wasn't spotted by Slend on that. It was just magically revealed. Now you know who his final player is. You go straight in. Volt 20 HP.
Oh.
And he's done. Celta, huge final round, and a fantastic Ancient coming through from Nemesis. They are not done yet.
That's unfortunate for Volt, because the smoke lands on the molly but doesn't extinguish it, so then he can't progress forward. I mean, it's always going to be a tricky 1v3, but things like that never help. Brilliant.
Scary team for whoever has to face them. I'm not sure exactly how the seeding will work, whether it's like A versus D or A versus B or what, but...
Good news is that's not our job.
Yeah, that's not for us. We just refresh the page and see what it says. Let's focus in, see which of our teams be going through to the decider. One of Infinite and Nemesis, all decided here on Inferno.
Need this pistol. Put a lot of emphasis on that for Infinite. Kreaz with the dualies. No kit in play either for the CTs. Nemesis, quick scaling. Up banana from Texi. Progression towards second middle as well. Slend on the boost immediately on this pistol, as there's a large number of players towards top brackets. Nemesis walk in there. They're going to be in danger. Kreaz on the sliver angle. Sees players and gets out, but there's no rotate immediately.
Chris just going to drop the smoke and see if they commit through. His team's just waiting for this, and oh, what a shot from Blitz. He's not even favored on the angle for that, though. Just rips his head off.
They're going
Until they start firing off, they've found Blitz. Result. Oh, he just walked through and killed 2 players. There's no one else here. They've got the A bomb site.
That's so lovely. But Celta's taking his time. Got to go and clear out apartments. Detour now just shooting through this smoke. Nothing connecting. And you got Texi worlds away, holding for another rotate. So rotations were held for, and Nemesis punished at the second time of asking by Result. As mentioned, no kit. Detour tries to step in to deal with Texi, and he can't do it. Wild swing out of Texi. Detour dropped. Now in the 4v2, it gets even more tricky for Infinite. It's Nemesis and their pistols. And they're surely going to scoop a pistol here.
Oh, it started so well for Infinite with that clear, but Results lurk. Absolute brilliance. Nice parting kills for Kreaz. That might get you interested in forcing this next round. Let's see how Result got those two. Just looking out for a boiler. I think maybe not expecting that after you've gotten this pick on a player just holding top middle. So he catches an incredible timing and just wins the round for them.
They always wanted to go away anyway. Celta was just dropping the utility to get rotates over, and especially after the clear in top brackets, you can assume that they are going to start cheating rotates over towards that B bomb site. So a nice setup for Nemesis. Good design on the round. That second lurker, as you say, just doing all of the heavy lifting. All spite in for Infinite. Famas, the MVP weapon. Slen's got his scout, but Nemesis are just going up A. And this is a lot faster than the previous. Slen caught off guard, tagged. Not fragged, but it needs to get out.
I'm just gonna wrapped. Oh no, they're gonna go back. Still no one's actually here. They've got all this control on the apps in. Now the peek comes through and Magic takes two. That was crazy. It was like a shot through a player. Scout scooped up, but this is looking like a pretty comfortable second round for Nemesis. There was a slight threat on that peek, but the scout gets kind of blocked. Okay. Involved a couple of kills. Does this interest you?
Not on 1 HP. I know Detour's moved over, but he's only got a scout. I still don't think you commit into this. I don't think you can anyway. There's no kit. By the time you try and find all these players, there's just going to be no time. But I like the idea here for Infinite, just to encircle, encapsulate this bomb site, just trying to get exits on the way out. That's what Kreaz is doing right now and towards the apartments. He is able to find Texi. You want to preserve your life as well. Taking down as many players feels lovely. Really not a bad result overall. Sure, you lose the round, but you take down 3.
The thing is, does that give you anything into this next round to contest against the full bite? That'd be a bit of something to be threatening, but not the ideal way to start off. Even if you do get some nice kills. Although involved with those frags, I wonder with the MP9, no, surely you're not going to be full buying into this. You're going to take the time out. What is it looking like? Yeah, so it's not too bad, given you got that Galil now. Armor on everybody. Here's a chart. Mine's very tentative for Nemesis because of those frags.
You got to get through this one cleanly, and it was fast up A. That was fast up B. Kreaz has been tagged. Like they're ready to go here. Nemesis around the corner. Kreaz needs to be careful. Magic holding. Has now seen the smoke being dropped in from the coffins.
He's
These sets being lined up.
Just to make it seem like there's 2 players here.
Oh, this is the wrong read.
At least for now. Oof, great shot. Nemesis have the time to take a little bit of a look around. Bliss is about to... Oh no, I thought Soldier was going to keep going. Oh, he is now. Bliss doesn't peek out a second time. Or if he does, it's after Salter's already crossed by. I think Salter... Oh, it's just going to avoid him. This is going to be weird. They're obviously all rotating over towards B. When Salter comes into this, this feels like it has to be the commit, but Salter's calling this free. Okay, this has been spotted, and Salter will kill him, so it's all fine. I think any shenanigans have been avoided.
It's dicey though. Like they are really paranoid about walking it into the stack. They nearly do because Infinite rotates over 1 second to plant that bomb. Oh, stressful. If they went into B, they would have gone into the Galil boost as well. I think Kreaz did a really good job at selling the idea that there were multiple players there. I think you bang on the money. Texi now just holding. Oh, just jump out from Vault, but gets caught by Magic Key. He's now just on this advanced lurk. Looking to hunt and hound down Detour. We'll manage it. Kreaz spotted at the back of sight. Surely this is a free kill for Stame, and it will be after Magic Key gets traded. Look looking and feeling very good for Nemesis, despite nearly walking into a stack and nearly getting caught off guard by a pistol.
Yeah, walking away with 3 though is absolutely fine. Makes it feel a little bit more comfy. Slen's orb comes out. He's been superb for them. You might get some early engagement. Starts in towards short. There's some pressure on from Nemesis over here. How quick is he on the trigger? Same. Moves in and flashbang's perfect.
Oh, you now know about the player on balcony as well. Detour. Brought down it incredibly low. I think that was on B, actually. Zelta moves his way in towards top bracket. Still got Result in apps. The damage is going to be unconfirmed here on Detour. 1 minute left. Nemesis just take a pause. Ready to drop utility out the window to be given over to Walczaki. They're surely popping through this smoke. Break on it, flash over. This isn't the intent. I want to go back in towards short. Blitz. Feeling the pressure just a little bit. But it's Volt on balcony that they certainly should know about. Slending towards the pit. Volt over the top. It's brilliant out of everyone. For Infinite. Really clever hold. Result steps in and Walczaki's also found Slend and Blitz. Difficult to try and clutch up, but remember, Detour is low. That wouldn't have been communicated, though. Walczaki has a look forward. They try and burst through. Detour potentially first up on this chopping block, planted somewhat open. But Detour claims the kill. It's the incendiary that headbutts off Walczaki. It's Infinite to take the round.
Nemesis really could have run that if Blitz doesn't get that second kill, to be honest. Would have been a 2-on-2 there. But Walczaki, I like the decision, actually, just to rush through the smoke. Detour going first, the low HP, and doesn't wide swing in towards short. Plays that on a really awkward angle for Walczaki. Great hold. Get things going. Slend finding that mark. Gonna get their first round when the guns come out. Does come at a cost, but they do get it over the line. All recovered. And you can see already the ramifications. Those earlier rounds, Tech 9 and a Mac 10 part of the buyout here, and well, Celta sent packing. Tech 9 forgotten. Texi just gets spammed out too.
Yeah, they wanted to accelerate. They wanted to try it and really limit test Banana there, but they just get shut down by spam and util. Detour makes it out very healthily too, which is really nice. Break on this smoke. Tries to get the boost player involved as the stake odds are now favoring Nemesis even more. Infinite are on the bounce back, and if they win this round, then the scoreline will more than likely be even. Walczaki spots and deals with kreaz. Sharp shot. Might look to throw this in towards a B play, especially with Detour falling. Walczaki has been brilliant on the rifle. Low HP. Still claims a second. Another replenishment of this smoke in towards CT. A jump up. A look in towards oranges, but Slend is holding for it. 3 versus 2.
They got the utility, smokes, and a kit. So it's just going to move in towards Pool. They don't have any idea where he is. Actually, and the smoke's going to go in towards Banana. Molly also not a position where anyone's holding right now. The swing up, stay, misses the mark. It's on the Result, and the drive-by from Volt. No chance to respond. Walczaki offers some life for Nemesis in that round. That was a 3-on-5. Oh my god, there was a kit vault. Don't give everyone a heart attack like that. Sweat off the brow, gets it done. But a really great retake.
It's like 0.8, I think, of a second. Walczaki didn't need to take this fight here. And neither did Stame. I guess Stame is trying to swing in to get that kill, just to bait in Result more. So you understand why they do it. The only one you kind of critique is the Magic-y swing after he gets that double, puts it into the 3-on-3 and all the bomb site space. He'll be the one with the hero AK. Everyone else on Tech 9s, and actually even worse, it's a single Tech 9 on Result. Hero AK now gets naded down to half as well, but Nemesis are in top bracket.
I feel like you want to send one of these Glocks around the corner to draw the attention and let the AK get the trade. So now he's just got to pass it over. Steam's got the head armor, he gets it. It's his task to find the opener. There we go. Kreaz hits the deck. Blitz still present. Jump over, spam, and there we go. That's that distraction, but Blitz doesn't really bat an eyelid. Takes 2 before he goes. 3-on-3. Gun picked up. Where do you go?
Well, Volt thinks it's going to be B. So he starts moving back, but this is nice. He's still holding the threshold in towards top brackets. Stame potentially gets caught out here. Oh, never mind. Adjusts on towards Volt. 20 seconds left. But you still don't know about Slend. He now starts to make his way forward. Already the bomb in towards the site. Slend able to get rid of Stame. And then the flick around on Magic-y. It's brilliant. Result able to hit the headshot back. So it's now thrown into this 1v1. Bomb can be planted. Detour rotates over. And where on earth does Result take his after plant? He's in the open, and Detour's ready for it. Lives on 50 HP. Nemesis, they are trying their best to have an argument in every single one of these rounds, but it's back-to-back clutches and retakes for Infinite as they level up the scoreline.
Yeah, really close rounds, right? All 3 that have come through in the last sequence have been pretty dicey moments. Even if the rounds start well, it's the recovery that's been fantastic. That's really well worked for the hero rifle, to be honest. They get so much impact out of it. Gets juggled around a bit, but coming down to a 1v1, I mean, Slend overperforms here. This is a fantastic shot, and then just flick up onto the flying player. He bails them out of that big time. So Magic-y, he's reduced to a Tech 9. That's his kind of penance for having to get the hero rifle last round. And again, the spam looking effective. Texi has barely had a chance to play this map. See you later, Kreaz. Delta just keeps on going. He doesn't stop. No one's ready for him at any moment. He's just wrecking balls in.
I'm not ready for it. I thought that was a replay. That's how quick that was. And well, you're saving now. Zelta says, don't worry, I'll do it myself. 2-kick curls onto Detour and Kreaz. With the money the way it is for Infinite, the fact that these rounds keep coming down to the wire is that they've got to save a bundle in towards B. 5 players potentially staying alive as well for Nemesis. That is a really well-coordinated round. What's the call, Nemesis? Zelta, does he just say, follow me? Oh, look, we won.
Yeah, a little jump peek at half-wall really punishes Kreaz. Oh, the Zelta just keeps on going. Just so unexpected. That one nowhere near as close. It's just one individual winning a bomb site and confirming the round. I mean, Infinite, their money is in a very dicey situation. They could be in trouble.
Shot at Slend. Is there a trade? There is, but not before Blitz. They're able to remove Zelta. One of these faster played rounds out of Nemesis. This time it is handled a lot more proper. Slend, I'm enjoying this. Going for the search, but the missed shot is punished by Texi. Volt will find Result in towards the apartments. 2v3. So player advantage maintained. Now Texi. Let's go for the search on Volt. Oh, Volt is now acutely aware of it. He needs to back out. Magic Key and sideswiped by kreaz. Texi will be able to get the Tech 9 kill, but kreaz will follow through. We've got a brawl. We've got a close game.
That one gets a little crazy when Slen goes to that peak. Didn't hate it. But Texi just spins back to get his frag, and well, it could have really become a problem if Volt didn't deal with Wrestle at that point. Good rotation from kreaz. And a very important round for Infinite with where the money was at. Especially because the bomb doesn't go down there. I don't actually, no, it's probably not really any problems for the side of Nemesis because they won that last round without losing anybody.
What's the money like? Is it... I think Nemesis have got one more buy in them. Infinite just lived with a large amount of players. Texi disconnected, so we need to get him back.
The good news for Infinite is they've already met the bar of what they achieved last time and then stepped ahead in terms of the CT rounds. Getting 4. They got 3 last time. Remember, it was both teams resetting each other after the pistol. That was the same masterclass that time around.
He's been doing pretty okay, hasn't he?
Yeah, did a pretty good time on Ancient. Obviously, the Mirage was a collapse for most of the team. Yeah, he had quite a good Ancient.
I think Celta's been stepping up individually as well on this final map. Blitz has had some good multis as well, so we're kind of going down the checklist of everything we asked for before hopping into Inferno. Ashkey's rifling has been brilliant. I haven't really yet seen him on the AWP. That will come on the CT side more than anything. Everyone's getting locked back in. Countdown imminent. One more buy and the AWP for Majki. You're interested in peripherals? ATK gear? We've got you covered.
And just throws some util down range and does some serious damage. Majki wanted to get aggro with his AWP. Takes a whole lot of flak just getting into towards pit. Chance here, they scale out and Blitz goes down. That was the support network. He's immediately deleted.
Look at Short.
Kind of flashbang. Yeah, it's Short. Look at Steam's already so far up, but Volt's considering it. Yeah, holding the angle. Volt steps in for 2. A massive multi from Volt. Smoke will go down the block off this AWP. Slen can't stop them getting in, but it's the player advantage. Detour.
Oh, what?
Gets caught off. Now it's a 2-on-2.
Majki is low, but he's already taken his reposition. And you've got Texi on the balcony. Missed shot out of Majki. He knows he needs to move. He tries to get ahead of everything. Doesn't quite connect. Molly doesn't go deep enough either. Slen's now swapped to a rifle. Smoke on the bomb. Molly in towards Magicy. Takes him a couple of steps back, but he just gets kreaz through the smoke. Magicy now waits. Slen trying to deal with him, Glocks out, and I don't think there's enough time. He's going to try his very best to get this defuse over the line, but Magicy hasn't done enough. 0.24 seconds remaining, and Infinite able to retake.
From Slen with love. What a beautiful close. I thought Magicy had won that. Such a phenomenal shot on kreaz through the smoke. But he can't survive for that tiny slither extra just to prevent Slen from defusing. Infinite are lucky it was Slen that carried that kit. It is by the skin of their teeth that Infinite are getting some of these rounds. And that one is crushing because I think the finances finally might come back to haunt them. Surely a half buy coming out, which could really give Infinite the room to actually make some distance between the two teams.
There's an argument to force in. They're not going to, but there is an argument to, right? That the fact that this is getting very close, the fact that the money is going to be on thin ice for Infinite. Oh, Magicy nearly did enough there. Milliseconds. Ridiculous shot on kreaz. They're just going to go. Try and burst through. Volt. Not overwhelmed. Will be the scaling in towards short blitzes over here to help out. Magicy able to get the frag. Now Slen steps in. Remember, Volt still on this balcony. And you've got the lurk out of Texi, but I don't think it's going to matter. Volt, he's fallen. Slen can't get his gun out. Has to hit the shot, although kreaz will step in. He gets the kill through the smoke, and Texi couldn't do anything about it. kreaz is now holding as well for Texi. Really well handled by Infinite. kreaz up to double digits. I confused Stain's performance on Inferno for Mirage. Actually, he's been pretty absent.
kreaz, that's ridiculous that he gets the kill on Terrestrial like that. I really thought Slang was maybe going to drop the ball there, get run over by the Tech 9. Infinite slightly favored by Stake. It's a thin margin. They're slowly getting into the lead. 2 rounds now ahead on this CT side. A much better showing than the last time they met on Inferno.
Use that code, STAR35. When you deposit $20, you get a $5 reload every day for 7 days. As this time, it's more of a concentrated effort on Banana. kreaz will take all the space, sees the spam. Slend with a missed shot, and kreaz will actually fall as a consequence. So Banana punished. You know about the AWP. What's your next move, Nemesis?
Blitz stepping through the smoke. Revenge for Texi in that round. He's lost his life on the other side of that a few times, and we're not expecting Blitz to move ahead like this. He just steps in and steps up. 3 quick kills from Blitz. Living up to his name. Result and Texi left to pick up the pieces. Maybe an isolated fight, but it's not going to be easy. It's a disengage. Result still far away. They're both just looking for an in on either of these bomb sites. Texi does get one, and oh, the tap back. Can you imagine? But now with Result falling, bombs not in their grasp. This is going to be 7. It could get even worse for Nemesis. Nothing saved. Money poor. Infinite in the lead.
Look, I mean, Blitz gets a phenomenal triple kill, but there should be a trade there for Nemesis. You understand Magicy getting caught off guard, but the player in Boiler surely should be getting that frag. It's awesome out of Blitz. But Nemesis starting to become a little bit sloppy towards the tail end of this first half. Infinite have taken over the game. 7-5 would feel fair, but I mean, look at the buy. Doesn't really inspire much confidence. If you're a Nemesis fan, double nades, go deep. Smoke up to block banana. Now aggression. Kreaz, Detour. Hoping for a chance, but the aggression somewhat short-lived. Detour will be left as Kreaz moves over to A.
It's actually remarkable how little Nemesis have been interested in this B-bomb site. The one finish was, what, Bensalta just got the two openers and just kept going. But outside of that, this has just been A. Cheeky Molly. We'd love to have gotten a bit more out of it, unfortunately. Flashbang. Swing from the Maki, but can't quite find the kill. Kreaz gets away. There is a third player here, the AWP. Infinite have the setup to deal with this.
The util might be damning if it gets placed onto Detour's position. They've got all the mollies to flash out the site if they want to. Smokes over at Coffins and CT. Slen doesn't block it. Instead, he just drops utility of his own. And Nemesis is going to charge in. How the flashbang's pretty good, actually. Kreaz overwhelmed, but Detour baited in a trade immediately out of Rest Salt. Slen thinking about pushing through the smoke, but he's only got 13 HP. But if he denies the bomb, he's just won the round, surely on the spot. There's no time. So Slen on 13 HP, the difference, as Infinite take 8 on the CT side of Inferno. Infinite take 8 on the CT side of Inferno.
How's that for a close from Slen? 13 HP. Well, turns out Nemesis, the unlucky ones, 4 rounds on that T side. It is a complete polar opposite to when they last met on Inferno. Now they have a great position to take out Nemesis and progress through to the play-ins. The pistol rounds continue to be a big problem for them.
Got the road really right now. If you go into A, only 2 players. Looks like it's setting up to be... Go on, let him go. There we go. Silent jump up in towards the apartments. But Celta moves over. Doesn't knife the chicken for bad luck. Result. Now remains here on this angle. Will be smoked off at the pass. Him and Stame iced out the round. So too is Celta. As Result tries to move over. Can't really do anything apart from spam. Just hope they hit a headshot through. That doesn't happen, and Kreaz is ready to pounce.
Could be the retake, and there's no kit. Kreaz position considered, and he still gets one before he goes. Worth it. Keeps the advantage. You got to go fast on this. Going to be out through short that 2 players move a double setup in towards pit. They smoke it, trying to negate it, but Bolt will just play time here. He'll just tuck, let Slen do the work and then play late, and that might not even be required. Slen's hit the kill, hit the gush, and this is looking like Infinite winning a pistol round when it matters. 9 for them on the board, only one player falling.
Yeah, just good trades, like really good trades. I love the fact that kreaz is just baited in, and as long as he gets a kill, you know that it's going to work. Utility's very good. It just creates that funnel for Infinite to make their way through. Force buy in from Nemesis. But the reality of the situation is if this force buy just doesn't work, doesn't hold on, Infinite right on the cusp of progressing through and eliminating Nemesis, which would have been a complete turnaround. They did tweet saying, "Are you ready for today?" It's clear that on one map they were. Mirage and Inferno are currently just not going to plan here for Nemesis.
Okay, well, now you get the information. You should just commit through. Opening kill on the force by Wrestle. He's on this little push through shot. Can he provide a little bit of an upset, a little kill? That'll be a difference, but don't want to over-egg it. And he might be able to backstab Slen. We'll see what this timing looks like. No kit for Nemesis on this force bite. Bolt found the first, in from Pit. He's going to try and block. Utility being dispensed.
Please save.
Time becomes a problem. There's that kill coming through. So Result doesn't get his timing. For the rest of Nemesis, there's nothing for them to do but try and take these guns into the next.
Oh, no way. No way, Blitz. That's diabolical. That's just not fair. Slen will die to the bomb, sure, but Blitz won't. And I'm really enjoying the call-in, especially on Mirage and Inferno here for kreaz. It is very simplistic, but it's working very effectively. Double digits. And only 5 sevens. The carpet's rolled out for Infinite. Just to get this over the line. Just when the series looked like it was getting close on Inferno. Infinite have just taken over completely.
Yeah, I mean, this was, what, 4-4 at one stage. Nemesis were in the lead. Okay, Magic is pushed all the way through, so they are going to stack B. There is a threat in this round. A boost up. Perhaps. Yeah, Texie's going to be up on there, but he's not even seen anyone as a 6 HP. That is not fun. Oh, there's Magic. There's his kill. Oh, and a second. Magic. Turns out he wants to be the hero. Can't make it 3. But serious damage inflicted.
kreaz again. Just on the edge of this smoke. Texie cells are incredibly low. 13 HP between the two of them. 40 seconds left. Smoke up on A, and actually the bomb's going that way too. So kreaz, it's his job to keep all of these players rooted on B. Him pushing in like this is a little bit scary. Be wary of CT. In comes the spam from Celta and the counter flashbang. Nobody swings. 20 seconds. Result in the mini pit, not in the big pit. Surely this gets cleared. Instead, it's going to be a smoke up and Slend collected, and Resol's found another kill through this smoke. kreaz, last player standing. No time to do anything. It's Magic Heat, the opener, and Resol to close. They had an idea that there could have been a player there, but they can't do anything about his bullets.
kreaz goes down after time as well. Just a random shot through the smoke. Texie gets one back. And, I mean, Result. That is absurd. But I'm surprised, right? You kind of know the stakes of this round. You know what was kept over. Where's the second mid lurk? You know, where is that bailout? This is just 5 players in Banana. There he is. Volt somehow misses Walczaki. I think it's just late to get there. It's a huge timing hit from Walczaki. I see the force from Infant now, and this is very worrying for them.
Clean as anything.
Counter-terrorists win.
The round is over before it even really begins. Now that's your money gone. I spoke about the fact that Infinite are right on the cusp of closing. Nemesis have got other ideas. Zelta obviously still not happy, still not satisfied. But at least they're able to win a round they desperately shouldn't have. Odds on stake. Of course they favour Infinite, but after that eco win, after how clean that gun round just was, maybe we're not done with Inferno just yet.
Oh. Got frag. Unlucky. AK gets recovered too. An attempt to swing actually does hit the tag. Yeah, Volt's got it now. Yeah, it's gone, I'm afraid. Been stolen away. Gonna try a search. Actually, he isn't in a fallback position. He's in the cubby. But he's fine. Gets his kill. Slen tries to punish. This will be a 7th for Nemesis shortly. Unless Slen does something absolutely ridiculous with this AK. 30 seconds to do so. Walczaki holds down and towards short. Jump out, that draws the crosshair, but he actually connects the shot anyway. And then Result slides in, so only that one player falling. All is fine as we get a 3-round game.
It doesn't get tense yet. But if Infinite drop the ball on this one, you've got to remember that they will enter a cycle into 1 gun round and then Tech 9s. 1 gun round and then Tech 9s. The issue is, when you start entering that cycle, Nemesis are going to start breathing down your neck. Because this gun round, if they are able to win it, makes it 10-8. Suddenly it could become a 1-round game. This is a nice way to get back into this if you're Nemesis, but the hard work is still ahead of you. You do not have enough liberties to be making that many mistakes left in this Inferno. The CT side, to be fair to them, since the guns have come out, have felt very solid. A down on Detour doesn't do an awful lot. No AWP either for Slend. Just can't afford it. So Walczaki uncontested, onto 18 kills as well. Is that sniper? He starts over at B. Infinite right now. Looking for squatting rights in apps.
Yeah, they got full control. There was an initial little peek through. Exchange of utility, but it's not meant to be taken. They're just going to pounce off this. Blitz is continuing to progress forward. And I don't know if you're ready for the timing. Wrestle under a lot of pressure, but it's Bolt getting killed first. Then Blitz does remove Celta. He's still got Wrestle. Low HP. Sedame cooking. Blitz found Texi and Sedame. I love that from Detour. It's just Wrestle, but maybe he can just keep it alive. Almost takes a third. Walczaki into the 1-on-2. 10 HP for Slen. They don't know he's on the AWP. Look at this double up. Missed shot. You kill for some util. Slend just swings with 10 HP. Resol gives it his best shot in that round. But it's Slend that comes through, and I love that walk long.
I mean, it's a brilliant walk long because, I mean, Stame just can't do anything. If he stays in the corner, then you get good timing. If he tries to escape, you're going to get the kill. It's such a brilliant sequence out of Resol, but he's the only one that does anything in this round for Nemesis. Just we're praising the setups. Every kill taken in isolation. As you say, they nearly open the door back in for Resol, but that doesn't happen. Eventually, the trade does come in. Nemesis find nothing. Celta knows that was the round to win. You see the giveaway, 8 gaming mice, courtesy of ATK Gear. Click on the banner just below the stream. Nemesis have got money. The Infinite are 2 rounds away from knocking them out of the qualifier.
Slend's impact just continues. Got himself an AWP. The corpse of Walczaki, who's been able to get one back. He was completely circumvented last round. I'm going to move A this time. Infinite more interested in B than Nemesis were. And why not? I mean, Celta, he's been having a rough one. He had like 3 kills in the first half, 2 coming from a single round. Texi, he's been also getting punished in B constantly in that first half.
Well, like this.
Not going to see anything.
Unless they're
Flying
step.
gravity. Great damage with these HEs though. Yeah, I'm just going to come over. I'm just going to execute.
Such a well-timed block. But no one on A is doing anything for Nemesis. No one's getting info. Okay, Walczaki's actually going to start to make moves over. 20 seconds. Re-smoke on CT. Comes the fade. Now in goes Kreaz. Texi needs a multi. Can't walk away with any. To the bomb site. Compromised. Infinite. Find a way in. 10 seconds left. Bomb about to be planted. Can it be denied? Not quite. Detour protects. Now this bomb will go down. 4v3. Walczaki just hoping for something to connect. But nothing is. And now you've got a decision to make if you're Nemesis. Player disadvantage. Do you really want to go for this? You've got the money to. So why not? Stame able to get the opener. But not quite the follow through. Slend on the angle dealt with by Stame. There's a player in pool as well. The trades are brilliant out of Nemesis. 2v1. Volt low HP. They've got to go. And they are able to get it done. Nemesis never say die. They never give up. And this time they're actually able to make a retake happen.
Again, the kill just coming through. Such low HP for all the T side there. Didn't feel comfortable, so they go for the swing out and try and bait in. Volt works, sure, but I think actually the big missing piece in that post spawn is Slend on that AWP. Just misses his shot. Fantastic pre-aim. Staying with 2 big kills. Walczaki with 3. Nemesis, a retake. That was absolutely required. That's their lifeline. Look what it's done. We've got a hero AK, Galil. Everyone's keeping money for next round. We can be within 2.
Get out of there. Just get out of there. It is not worth it. They're going to try and run back the same round that worked previously. Stay. Hiding in the default. Resol's on the balcony. Last time they did this, they weren't really able to find any kills, Nemesis. Walczaki holding the angle. Oh, and nearly getting the opening pick. Kreaz baits the AWP shot as best he could, and he won't die. They will take a lot of damage. So now it falls to Ressel and Stame. They're encroaching in. They're getting very close on this site. And yet again, Nemesis have got no idea. Out into Apps. Crossfire is good. And Stame steps around the corner and cleans up and holds true for Nemesis. That's much better on that defense.
Yeah, whatever investment is brought into it gets nothing done. No armor on that rifle after it was passed over as well. That one did feel like a difficult round to pull off, but Nemesis don't even blink. 2-round game. Nade's doing some good damage. What's that first one? I want to try out B again. Did get in.
What a nade. What a nade out of Celta. He doesn't realise how much damage he's just done. Infinite straight in. Another HE. That'll finish off Blitz. Texi trying to spam. He's only got 9 bullets and Celta's fallen. 4v4 and as you say, they're in. But how long can they hold on for? Texi's got another through this smoke, the spam. Not connecting on anyone else, but it's still this player advantage for Nemesis. Did you know they're retaking?
Yeah, resmokes go down at both Coffin and CT, which is going to kill a fair bit of time. And do you really want to progress through it? But the HP is the real killer here. No molly. That's actually fantastic. This boost has been employed at Newbox. Normally, you expect one of these players to have a molly, but the smoke, that's going to be what you use to upset it. Can't see over it. Actually, he does. He sees a hell of a lot. Slend taking names from the top of the boost, and now there's nothing for Ressel to do. It looked like the smoke was going to undo everything, but it's Slend with all the frags.
Blitz can't believe it. I really hope we got a replay on that just to see what Slend could actually see, because you see him jumping, looking in towards CT. Maybe he looked to that left-hand side and saw the Coffins players instead. The smoke drops in for Nemesis, actually more of a hindrance rather than a help. Now Infinite find themselves on series point. The buy is still not great for this T side. But they won't care if they're able to get this round over the line. Round 22. Nemesis need 3 in a row. And Infinite are just going. They are marching over towards this B bomb site. Celta full blind. Texi tagged and fragged. They just take all the space. Celta then tries to answer back. 1 kill is his. The spray's also good for the second. But overwhelmed eventually by Infinite players. 3 on 3. As this bomb looks to be planted, Stame might be looking to make a play. And he is able to do it. That's awesome from Stame. Detour holds on. The bomb's planted in the meanwhile, but 17 HP the difference. Surely you can't clutch this. But maybe anything's possible, especially because he's being active. Already going around the world, already through coffins. Majki's got no idea. Ressel stares in. There's Detour that's locked on. Ressel. Jiggle and claimed by Majki. It looks scary, it looks dicey the whole way, but Nemesis able to get another retake under the belts.
Good job from Celta to get to that. That's the real difference, and what a baller play from Stame. They considered it for a second. It looked like he was going to go a few seconds before, and that would have been his undoing, but the timing on it was perfection. Flashbang comes over, and he just takes down 2. Fun poppy play. And almost catches them off guard. Oh, we're going to need every single round.
Odds still with Infinite massively. Majki does not want to lose Inferno. Up to 22 kills. Detour naded heavily. This is just unarmored opponents and pistols for Infinite. As you say, we will need every round you feel. Unless just a remarkable round happens. Incendiary drops. That's a waste of util. The Infinite have just squeezed out of Nemesis. You still got smokes. You still got a lot of a cache of utility over towards B where they've dropped it all off. Walczaki holding. It's unlikely he gets picked here.
This actually feels a lot more standard Inferno with the space taking across the map, then coming back for a grouped execute. Not a lot of util left for this CT side. Texi's leaving. Oh, this timing looks so good. Texi's gone. He's picked up some more util. Oh, he'll get back in time. Just about. They are moving up. Flashbang over. Texi's down. Celta.
Oh,
it's
no.
a repeat, but with worse weapons, and Celta can't manage the double. Volt just steps forward. Gets in close to tree. Will they anticipate this angle?
No.
Same's not looking. He's not looking, but he sees at the last second. Volt with the step out. And Walczaki, he's only got a PT50. Swaps to the M4. Now the swing forward gets his frag. The flashbang from Result helping him out. And a follow-through kill. And what looked dicey starts to build back the other way. Detour on another flank. Finds that rifle. And kreaz just hit the headshot from downrange. Detour, he'll get done, but now it's Result left to close this out, and he can't stick it. He can't do it. It's done. It's Infinite going through to the play-ons. Nemesis, they will fall. Infinite get it over the line with a punchy play on B.
In the most unlikeliest of circumstances as well. That was destined potentially for overtime for at least round 24. It's unarmored opponents and pistols, and yet they find a way to win. They catch that